Oh, well.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Changeling the Dreaming. This is the Gwydion Hofstein party, room 2. You hear that? You hear that, everybody? We're getting so big that we need overflow rooms. Yeah? Okay, this is what the party looks like in the chimerical reality with the fey names and all the prettiness of spider silks. This is what it looks like in real life. It's kind of like a LARP get-together. Anyways, we're going to go to this because this is prettier. Everybody's already having a great time, and this was a concerted effort between Duchess Megan being the matriarch of the Gwydions and the Hofsteins being the most influential and long-standing commoners in Manhattan. As far as most influential nobles in Manhattan go, that would definitely go to the Audrey family. David Audrey, Morwen Audrey, Lenore Audrey, those guys are the ones that actually fronted the money for this, but are happy to actually hand over the Master of Ceremony stuff to Megan and the Hofsteins. We will begin our scene, actually, with an announcement being made. Because Sir Rychard is here. And, 1 second.
While we get things ready, why don't you tell us what Rychard is? What is Rychard doing at the moment? Is he looking smug?
No, right now he is about to walk in. He's about to walk in, and he's actually wearing for the first time. Anybody that's known Rychard, he's wearing a suit for the first time. Which is weird. For him, even. The scales are up and out in the chimerical reality. And he's just walking through the door very calmly. Like he's supposed to be.
Wonderful. Well, the party is, going on around him. There's the music, the laughter in the air, the smell of fragrance and perfumes and fine wines. And if this room is a little less crowded than perhaps the main room. Have we decided what this room is?
Oh, this is the room where the richer people are at.
Oh, this is the rich room. Okay. And yeah, sorry. And as has been quite rightly pointed out, there is a slight hint of musty slur.
Oh shit! Astrid tripped in here then.
However, once Rychard has arrived, from the crowd, moving around, appears Morwen.
Oh, Astrid does perk up at this. She's never seen Morwen, like ever.
There we go.
Rychard will meet Morwen's eyes for a few seconds, and then respectfully duck his head.
You see that she is wearing a rather elaborate red dress, and she's not wearing the official crown of Regent. It's a much smaller tiara-esque affair, but still with similar motifs. And she still has her hair tied up, though, as is her way. Sir Rychard, she makes her way over to you. Delighted that you came.
Regent Morwen. I'm very glad to be here.
Well, I'd hoped to run into you here because the soothsayers and the consulted their various machinations, and they tell me that we have a new marshal. Dreaming has announced it. And when I went down to Octavia's old office just to check things out for myself, I was very surprised to find that the name on the door had changed.
It has.
Am I to assume that you are Sir Romulus now?
Marshal Romulus.
Well, we'd need to make it official, wouldn't we?
We do.
And this seems like an esteemed gathering. What say you, my fellows? Shall we ordain our new marshal?
Yay!
And
Oh my god!
and Sam's voice can be heard as he takes up his post on the side of the door, and he says, "All hail the new marshal."
The Slua agree, just can't hear them.
What's that, Slua? Yes? Okay.
Astra is keeping in her excitement.
Very well. Ah, there's that little raised platform over there, Sir Romulus. I feel that would probably suit the mood.
Just a quick out of character so that everyone who isn't aware is aware. Sam's armor has been painted in the colors of the Red Branch Knights. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that. So
Cool.
sorry.
No, that's cool. I'm sure that the knocker who made it will be pissed at you, but otherwise you did.
When I become relevant, then I'll describe what I look like.
By all means, actually, what is Richard? He's wearing a suit, yes, and Morwen's wearing red now, and a small crown.
At that, you will see Lord Valerius come. He is in the gray world. It looks like a simple gray suit. Not really. It's more of a power suit. It's a three-piece suit, freshly tailored. He has cleaned up for this. He looks very sharp, very professional. And he is dressed down to the nines. He looks very approachable, very friendly. In the dreaming, however, it's far more elaborate. He has the same suit, but he has the heraldry of House Fiona on the suit. And there's a lion motif that stretches around the suit, and every now and then the lion will roar. It's more chimerical than anything. And then kind of station itself around Valerius, stretching from the shoulder down to the hip. And you will see he's wearing his Viscount sash. For the purposes of this thing, assume that he is usually at appearance 7, assume that he is at an 8. As he walks in with his full retinue.
Damn, that's one hell of a suit.
Yeah, he made some rolls that I witnessed. So he actually used his crafting rolls for the month.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. So he got an extra dot in appearance based on his rolls.
Yep.
So, the Morwen ushers to the musicians who stop playing, and she motions Sir Romulus to approach the dais that she stood on.
You will.
I had rather thought I might run into you tonight, and that is why I came prepared. She clicks her fingers, and a retainer in the Audrey colours, Audrey brings forth a sword in its sheath, which she takes. Is anyone particularly familiar with the Audrey family or the various?
I have enough politics.
Astra has politics too. She may know, but I don't.
Anybody who is familiar with this kind of thing should be able to make a perception roll.
Okay.
Well, what's this kind of?
Just a difficulty 6. Anything.
Okay.
Don't worry about. Don't worry, Robert. Don't you worry about it. You'll be told either way.
So are we doing just a straight perception, or is it perception?
Perception, changeling law.
Ooh,
I'll for calling her a child, Lucy.
What is my changeling lore at the moment?
The etiquette. Intelligence etiquette.
Is it intelligence etiquette?
Oh, okay.
I'll take that.
More of a dice pool. I could do that.
No, this is a history. This is history.
Oh,
It's,
I'm sorry.
It's
I heard
changeling law.
I'm sorry.
It's a perception changeling lore, James?
Yeah.
But what might changeling lore be at the moment?
It would be, well, you've got to have at least one.
Okay.
You are a changeling after all.
Yeah. Okay, that's a lot. That's
Okay.
Slua for the win.
I think everybody spots then, and those of you who are more politically savvy will notice that this is not a traditional blunt sword that you use for these types of ceremony. In fact, those of you who are more politically savvy will recognize that this sword is Greyfen, which is Morwen's personal blade.
Oh.
Which she fought with back in the day.
Yeah.
Is the duel about to go down?
Sir Romulus. No, Sir Rychard. Kneel before me.
Rychard will kneel.
And she unsheaths her sword. The blade shines with the kind of movie sheen you weren't going to see in the real life, in the real world. A razor's edge. Again, those of you who are familiar with such things would know that you do this with a blunt sword for a reason.
Yo.
She gently places the blade on Richard's shoulder. On his left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Rychard, the dreaming has found you worthy of upholding justice in the Kingdom of Apples. Do you accept its call?
I accept on behalf of myself and the dreaming.
And then she raises the sword. And then with the power that is vested in me as regent of the Kingdom of Apples, I appoint you Marshal. And she lowers it down onto your right shoulder. But as she goes down and leans in slightly, she whispers to you, just so you can hear, "Don't think I forgot what you said about me."
Is there any way that I can actually try to hear this?
You would need to.
I am in a guard's position, so.
Well, they're alone on the dais, so it'd be you can try and make a perception roll for it.
Okay. Sorry, just on guard. It's a real sword, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's being wielded by the regent, so if she kills him with it, then you pretty much have to back her up.
So
not really, because our main priority is the High King and Queen, and she would stand in violence of her. She would stand in violence of her position.
No.
Not really. But would I be eligible for this role as well?
Not really. Morwen would be right. Richard would be automatically wrong.
Yeah. And would I be eligible to even make the roll, or nah?
Just make a straight perception roll against a difficulty of 8.
Okay. Just perception.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
and if you have any special hearing-based abilities, you'll feel free to add those bonuses. But
okay,
like
I got that.
being a Slua.
Okay, so I've got 3 with the roll that you gave me.
Well, that's one success. Okay, yeah, you know that she whispered something to him that was not in a kind tone, certainly. But Richard, as I say, yes, don't think I forgot what you said about me.
What about this?
Well, I think Lord Valerius hears everything.
Nice.
Anyway.
You see Valerius go rigid as his eyes dart at her, but it's well composed, as if he heard everything.
No question. He heard exactly every point of inflection. He even hears the sliding of the razor-sharp blade as she draws it ever so slightly back against his collar before raising it. We have a new marshal! Huzzah!
And again, the Slua rejoice. You just can't hear it.
She sheaths her sword and hands it back to the retainer. Congratulations, and arise, Sir Romulus. Marshal Romulus.
and Romulus will stand. He will look over at Valerius.
You can read his expression because I will say that your relationship, you understand through his gaze that he heard everything.
You will see fire behind Richard's eyes.
It's your bad. It's your bad.
You just
Yeah.
stopped himself from doing something very stupid.
Morwen picks up on the fact that you're obviously pausing for a second to compose and/or mentally communicate with her. Dear, this is the point where you would normally make a speech.
Yes.
Set things off on the right tone. I'll leave you to it. And she steps down from the dais.
Out of character, I was totally not prepared for this.
Bring it.
Yeah,
Do it.
there's a reason why Morwen did it this way.
Speech.
Alright. Romulus will step forward. And everybody who is paying attention to him will notice that as he breathes in, because the copper scales are up and presented, as he breathes in, his throat begins to glow very faintly. And as he breathes out, a small wisp of black smoke comes out. Dear Cathane, whether you be noble or commoner tonight, I wish you to know one thing about my appointment to this position. In my short existence among you, I have seen a very, what's the word? A very agitating, very, well, damn it, sorry, this is out of character. I totally not prepared for this.
It's okay, bro. Just like
Dude.
take your time.
I'll tell you what, compose yourself. Morwen wants to quickly talk with Valerius anyway, so we'll switch quickly to the catering table.
Okay, cool.
Give you a chance to think about it.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. But as I say, springing, making people do speeches and springing stuff like that is basically one of her things. You got to be careful you do it. You try that with Valerius, you make a mistake. So she as she comes down from the dais and as Sir Richard begins his oration, she comes over to Valerius and she links an arm with him. Would you walk with me, Valerius?
But of course, Lady Richard.
It's oh, I think we're beyond that now, aren't we? Please, it's just Morwen.
Morwen. Eve sends her regards. She wasn't feeling up to it. She was a bit tired. I hope you're
I do hope to have tea with her soon. We have so much to catch up on. But
Oh,
it was you.
Did you get the invitation for the baby shower? It's coming up. I'd like you to come.
I would love to. Okay, of course.
Good.
It only seems right. But I had a bit something I wish to discuss with you, and she kind of takes you over towards this large buffet table, which looks like medieval, crazy, stacked with there's a roast pig on there, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she's kind of looking for a point where you won't be. She's not exactly hushed tones, but not talking. You know, obviously not going to be overheard too much.
Right.
Just want to say, you guys noticed that Treventon's kind of around you guys?
Absolutely.
As my stealth roll was not very good. He's around.
How bad was it?
And
It's a fail. It's not a botch. It's just a fail.
Okay, in that case, then she sees you skulking and she moves to another part of the table.
Okay.
And the guards have ears.
The guards may indeed have ears, but they are not guarding the buffet table, I'm afraid.
Make sure that shrimp doesn't get away.
Yeah. However, so anyway, she has positioned it so that Valerius and she can talk, you know, somewhat privately.
Okay.
So Valerius,
Yes.
and she takes the wand that she perpetually carries, she plunges it into an apple on the table, and picks it up and offers you the apple.
Takes the apple.
A peace offering.
Most definitely, Lady Morgan. He smiles. Morwen, I apologize. It's just a formal gathering after all. You have to forgive me.
But of course. I was hoping that we could perhaps, now that the dust has settled, we can work together.
It would be my pleasure. It's my hope that whatever information and insight I can give will be able to lead this, will help you lead this kingdom into a brighter tomorrow.
That is the goal. And no hard feelings, of course,
Of course not.
about anything
Politics.
that's said or done. It's indeed politics. Politics. One doesn't like to bear a grudge, she says with a slight smirk.
Hilarious will smile.
Well, I shall be dropping by Kregny as soon as I can to meet with dear Eve, and perhaps I'll have the fortune of your company as well.
We'll be anticipating your arrival.
Wonderful. Ah, see, I've called you away from Sir Romulus's, or Marshal Romulus, sorry, I should have to get used to the terms myself, away from his speech. I shall detain you no further. And with that, she will saunter off and leave the room. Good night, y'all.
You'll hear Valerius, I guess, who's near him right now? That's a better question.
Treventon.
You'll see something flash across his face. It's very brief.
I figure Astra is sort of close to Valerius and as far away from Tribenton as she possibly can right now.
You'll see something flash across his face, but it's very brief.
Do we got to roll perception MP to get it?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
exactly what it is? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, again, does the Illuminate Flaw count for perception empathy rolls? Is the diff 7 for that too?
Alright, Tribenton. Yeah, you catch it. You catch all of it. You catch the intent behind it. Like,
Slow power.
you feel that Valerius is not at all pleased about what's happening right now, but he's doing it because he believes this is the right thing to do. He's pushing himself, he's holding himself back and doing what he believes to be necessary.
Gotcha. Well, Treventon will be walking up to you.
Yes.
Everybody seems so angry tonight.
It's
You're mad. Richard's mad.
everybody's mad, but you know what? It's polite politics, so we have to kind of secretly be mad. As he laughs.
Then you may want to check your face.
I'll do better next time.
Why are you mad?
It's not the place to talk about that.
Gotcha.
You see something, you see a brief smirk, a brief look of irritation go on Valerius' face, but as soon as it went across his face, that's as soon as it left for Australia.
Gotcha.
It was real quick,
Talk later.
definitely.
And Tremonton kind of just wanders off.
And Valerius will look towards Rychard and with every ounce of pride look towards him, waiting for his speech.
Which, for the purposes of narrative causality, we are going to assume has been taking place during this while they were chatting.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna hand it back to Sarah now. Thank you, guys.
More runs a bitch.
Definitely. All agreed.
Actually, can someone? What's Morwen's political platform? Like, what's her deal?
Be the baby sheep afterwards. Now's not the time to ask that.
Okay. All right.
All right. Amidst all the dancing, people will be able to catch glimpses of that new marshal. Romulus, on the other hand.
Something ready.
I'm sorry. What?
I do have something ready.
A speech?
Yes.
Yes, he's giving a speech.
We'll do it.
Yay, speech.
So, as Morwen and Valerius' scene happens with his short discussion with Tribenton goes on, Rychard stands forward on the dais, and he looks out to the sea of Cithane, and he smiles. But it's not a happy smile. It's cold. He stands very stiff, very straight for a moment. And as I said before, as he breathes in, there's a glow, like fire, hidden behind his throat. As he breathes out, there's a small amount of black smoke. Dear Cithane, I will address you now as Marshal Romulus. Though I came to you as Sir Rychard, I am still the same. I have grown since that Valentine's Day. I have seen this kingdom, and I say there are more things that I have come to love than I have come to distrust. Yet there is one thing that has made me very wary of the days to come. We have all heard the names. We have all heard their deeds. But I do believe that this deception is not finished. This dishonesty that has become something of an infection in this kingdom. An infection that needs to be burnt out. Believe me when I say this, there is a new marshal in town. And my justice. At this point, everyone will see Rychard's eyes change. They go from golden to a very bright green. Sort of like if you left copper out in the air, but gave it sort of a neon tinge. And his pupil slits into a lizard's. My justice is not blind.
I am just going to give this to anyone. They are stunned.
Valerius will step forward and start clapping for the new marshal.
Astria's gonna support.
Oh, God. Okay, fine. I'm gonna say that they clap with you. 'Cause they're like,
as Sam is clapping, though he has to be brief because he's on duty. You know, it's the whole professionalism. You see a mixture of pride and camaraderie with his brother in arms on stage, and Sam just really couldn't be happier right now.
Now, with intelligence 4 and politics 2, did Richard just cement himself as like the most badass marshal on the planet? Like tombstone status? Like you called down the thunder, well now you got it speech?
Shots were definitely fired. Shots were fired.
I will tell you this. You will be in the gossip page today, okay?
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Sir Samuel here, one of the young Gwydion girls, turned to one of her sisters and go, "That's who Valencia's dating?"
Sam's gonna store that for later. He's gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, was Sam visibly laughing?
No.
Okay. I was getting ready to say plot.
So, Tribenton did not clap. I noticed. What is Tribenton thinking? What is the mood of the Slua?
Tribenton doesn't clap, and he kind of turns and whispers to a couple of his Slua. He's unsure of this new marshal now. It's almost with the way he was holding himself, and the way he was talking, and the way he was posturing. He's almost like going to try to instill justice through fear, and that makes Tribenton nervous for commoners. So Tribenton is not happy with that speech.
Can I get that off of Tribenton or no?
Tribenton is just standing there, totally stoic.
Okay, so he hasn't talked to any of the Slua. They're not working their rumors yet.
No.
Okay.
Tribenton did whisper to the Slua, kind of telling them his fear.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that is in there.
Yep. But Tribenton doesn't look mad or sad or angry. He's just standing there like a statue.
All right.
this is really bad because Romulus really wants to speak to Tribenton.
Yeah, about that. But anyway.
Yeah, when a she postures like that, it makes commoners nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she arrogance, that temper. Oh boy.
Let's say Tribenton does kind of spread throughout the Slua gathering. Spread it to all Slua who are a part of us. I want to know everything there is to know about this Rychard.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will get back to you in a little bit then. I'm going to give you all the publicly available information on him.
Yep.
So, what is Valerius doing right now? By the way, he is right next to Duchess Megan.
He will bow politely and ask for a dance.
Oh. Oh, why, yes. Viscount. And she takes his hand and they go out to the dance floor. Now, where is your beautiful wife?
She wasn't feeling too well with the twins and all. She begs your forgiveness.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. I do know that it's close.
I just wanted to give you a heads up that my Viscount challenge is over.
You don't think I don't know?
Oh, I'd rather it come from me than through the grapevine.
I actually read all the reports.
Oh. She smiles.
It would not have gone to Queen Mab without my approval as well. Feudal society, it has its uses.
Then I owe you a great debt. Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, tell me, and they swirl into the dance and they get deeper intertwined in there and so forth. Don't tell me that we've thrown away one Octavia for another.
I believe that my young squire is very ambitious, and he wants to do the job to the best of his ability. Young knight, excuse me.
All right, all right. Perhaps that's just a bit of the fire that most she have in them.
I mean, he, after all, is the son of Gwydion. He has very large shoes to fill.
Indeed. So, tell me, will you be leaving my service?
It depends on after the announcement come next Parliament.
It's just, well, are you actually familiar what happened to Count Mannix?
I heard rumors, but please enlighten me.
He has an eternal slumber placed upon him, and that's why Duke Larry's was so eager for a count to fill his shoes. Although I suspect that he'll want an oath from you, which would remove you from my service.
I'll get to it in 10 minutes.
I do.
Guys,
Sorry.
I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Man, we're gonna talk shit about you too.
Okay, I'll get you tomorrow then, Richard. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
If you want to do a scene with Tribenton, I'm available all this week.
Yes, he is. He's specifically going to seek out Tribenton because there is something he wants to ask him, something very, very important.
Sir, just hit me a PM. I'm on vacation from work, so I'm good to go.
As
Guys.
you leave, Sam will give you a clap on the shoulder and say, "Well done, well done."
Valerius will look to you and give you a smile of approval.
Awesome. And he will, of course, before he leaves, just really quickly, I know I don't want to take too much of everybody's time, he will go find Duchess Megan.
They're dancing on the floor.
Okay. Well, he can weave his way in.
Yeah.
I saw it done in Shakespeare in Love, and I know it can be done.
And Richard would attempt to do so.
Okay. So he weaves his way in, and he sees Valerius and the Duchess dancing, and they're talking about being released from the Duchess's service just as you cut in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the man of the hour.
Duchess Megan. You notice his expression has completely changed from.
Romulus, would you like me to leave?
I was wondering if I may have a quick word with her.
Then, Marshal, Duchess, I will speak to you later.
All right, well, certainly, and I hope to see you at the court and Parliament.
Of course. And with that, Valerius will bow and make his way into the crowd.
Okay, so he weaves out, and Romulus and the Duchess are dancing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff going on with you lately.
Definitely. I was curious if I was doing right by our house.
You've just been made marshal. How could you not be doing right? And she smiles.
Yeah. Just curious.
What's wrong? What's wrong? This is a happy day.
There's a lot of work to do. A lot of work.
But you've always known that. To be a Gwydion, it's the burden of ruling.
Yes.
And her eyes narrow, and she looks at you more seriously. The light and laughter out of her eyes. What is wrong?
Something tells me we're not done ferreting out those who helped Guile.
In the end, Duke Guile was brought down by the power of Octavia's love for the Queen's Bard. It would appear that the threat is gone.
I'm worried.
Do you have proof of anything else?
I don't. I'm just worried it's the calm before the storm.
Well, as the Kingdom of Apples, we have enjoyed a little bit more consistency than some of the other kingdoms. As hard as that might be for you to believe, I know all of this is still very new to you. You want a real problem. Watch out for them. And she motions to the puka, the trolls, for there are a lot of them. The Hofsteins are out in full force tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The satyrs in the back chatting up some Fiona. Few are alive that remember the Accordance War. And they forget what's possible. You want a real struggle, you watch out for that.
I will do so.
Oh, on a lighter note, I suppose. You are, you've officially announced your courtship with a member of the Red Branch Knights?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Do you approve?
Are you exemplifying all the ideals of courtly love?
That is my aim.
Not even bothering to use her canning for that, she briskly scurries along. Well, then what would I ever have to be upset about?
Thank you.
Now go. Enjoy yourself. And tell Valencia the good news.
I will. Thank you.
Duke Caladoin! And with that, Duchess Megan very gracefully begins to dance with the troll that holds the entirety of the Duchy of the Golden Sigil in his hands. It is at that point that Astrea is accosted by a rather drunk rabbit puka.
Oh, so
I have to leave, so I will talk to you later, guys.
Okay, of course. Bye.
Bye.
Now we get to describe Astrea. She went for a bit of an odd choice of dress tonight.
Okay.
As I've been talking about, she's been experimenting with a whole bunch of different styles. Right now, she's going for punk she right now. Formal punk she.
What would that be?
It's still it's nice.
Are we talking like Vivian Westwood or
Huh?
Vivian Westwood, Alexander McQueen? What would be punk she?
So it's kind of like she's still dressed formally. It's a black dress, but it's not like a gown all the way down to her ankles. But she does have a pair of like combat boots / heels on. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably not doing it justice with my descriptions. I just don't know a lot about clothing.
Okay. is it like a really expensive dress from Hot Topic, or
No,
is it
no,
classier?
It's classier than that.
Okay,
Like,
I
it's
wanted to
not-
know the scale.
It's not like it doesn't have holes in it. There's no tears in it or anything like that.
Okay.
But if there was a fight to go down right in this room, yeah, she could move as soon as she took the boots off, more than likely.
Okay.
Which would take like 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Like,
Maybe I know too much about clothing. Never mind. Go ahead.
yeah, you probably do. I probably painted a really awful picture in your guys' heads. It's a lot better in my head. If I could just broadcast it to you guys, it would probably look nice.
Okay, so I'm getting punk, but not sleazy?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going for more like a...
I suppose the look itself has ended up looking a bit more gothic, without going like South Park Goth Kids gothy. Like it doesn't go that far.
Nice.
Nice, I guess. Whatever.
Okay. You know what? You get accosted by a red cap instead. How's that?
Okay.
Drunkenly muttering some kind of pickup line about how he'd like to eat you up.
She turns red and she's just like, "Thank you, sir, but I think I'm good tonight."
Oh my God, you're a dude too.
Yeah. In the gray world, Julian is wearing just a normal suit. It's like, it's a normal old suit.
You just fucked with this man's head.
Yeah, no, so he probably was like, "Hey, man, you're looking pretty hot." Whoa.
Yeah. That is exactly what happened in this red cap's head. He momentarily switched off his bad attitude. He's like,
You saw it, didn't you? You want the best of both worlds? Then I suggest you back up.
he pauses for a second.
Oh, God.
Best of both worlds?
Okay, I'm just going to walk away.
Okay, the red cap is awkward as fuck now and just kind of, he doesn't quite know what just happened to him. His feelings.
He's confused. He doesn't know quite what's up now.
He's not sure if he's straight or gay now. You can thank him for that.
Oh, no,
I don't know what I am anymore.
Thanks to this, he is firmly bisexual.
He doesn't know where he falls on the spectrum. He just knows that there is a spectrum now.
Yeah, no, it's not just one or the other.
Not like Valerius, who is the spectrum.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
I have a
actually
weird
quite accurate.
question now.
What?
Yeah, okay, fine, I'm gonna ask it. Okay, do you all remember that bit in the Changeling book where it talks about how you can accrue banality by ignoring your fey main?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the troll that has to duck and that kind of thing because he's actually quite a lot taller in his fey main than he is when he's a human.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would have to duck. Okay, so if somebody and Julian Estrella in the gray world.
Yes, I probably would take banality from that, but the glamour I may get from it would offset it. If I got glamour from it.
You wouldn't get glamour from
Okay.
it. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's all good. I've thought about all of these things at some point.
Cool, okay.
I've handled this logistically.
Let's go. Let's talk about the food a little bit because a massive chocolate fountain is being wheeled out, and some modern food is starting to come out along with the medieval. It's a big mishmash. There's this massive pyramid of Twinkies to go along with like a turducken right next to the roast pig.
Oh wait, turduckens are real?
Yes,
Like
they
those are
are.
actual
Yeah.
things? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought those were something on TV.
No, I've totally improperly cooked one before.
Okay, yeah, no, Astra is diving at that turducken right now. She's never had that shit. Like, she's just like, what? You mean these are real? Oh my god. She's trying to get, like, the perfect mix of, like, duck, turkey, and chicken. Like, I don't know if
It's actually
turducken
pretty
makes it.
good.
Okay, she's trying to, like,
It needs some sauce, but it's pretty good.
okay, and then she also takes a Twinkie. Like, she's trying to not take too much, because, like, she remembers gender roles. So she's like, I can't have a lot? A lot? I don't know if those are a thing here.
Wait, no, you're Fey Main. Okay, well, whatever.
You're worrying too hard about being offensive, and that's why it's funny, Sarah.
Okay, I was like, it doesn't gain weight. Never mind. Okay,
But she doesn't know that. She's new.
Yeah, no, I totally assumed that.
True, you're just an idiot baby. You've got Changeling Lore 0, knowledge of the frickin' unsane. Okay. Tribitten, what are the Slua doing right now?
Once the food comes in, the Slew are looking to eat. Assuming they have appropriate food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's separate from all the others. And I am sorry, it's not something, this is not a dance that was put on by Slua, and the Gwydians notoriously don't accept commoners in any other capacity except for to serve them. To actually have even a squire position in Gwydians is almost unheard of for commoners. So, so their knowledge of what Slua is like is very limited, and it's very small. And since the Audreys paid for the whole shebang, even though the Hofsteins are here, what you're going to find is some old bread, ancient wine, and apples and cheese. I'm sorry, I just listed off the stuff that was on the counter.
I was just popping into this other room, although I suspect Sam may have already spread the gossip, but the gossip from the other part of the party is that...
1 second.
She looks insane.
She's got a cab.
Fair
I'm sorry,
enough.
what?
What?
No, James joined the other room. He's actually telling them what's going on in this room, which is cool. Okay, so yes, I just listed off the stuff that's on the counter. So now you know what's on my counter, and that's what the Slua have to eat. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Trementon is going to round up the Slua to go eat. He's going to look at the pathetic attempts to feed us and instruct all of his Slua to grab a plate full of the nastiness, and we're going to be mingling by the normal food.
Oh.
Making sure that all the Gwydians can watch the Slua eat their food. And then, not necessarily in mocking tones, thank them for the bountiful feast they provided.
Oh, that's completely mocking.
That's completely appropriate.
We're going to be totally polite about it,
Yeah.
but we're going to say it anyways.
One of the young trolls, actually, one of the Hofsteins is going to try and strike up a conversation with Tribitten.
Okay.
And he's going to compliment you on your hat. Have you ever heard of steampunk before?
I have.
Oh, cool. I listened to Abney Park.
Not necessarily my cup of tea, though.
Oh, okay. So, what's all this about, you guys voting now?
We have a freehold.
Like, all of you? All the same kith?
Yes, 15 Slua.
It's crazy. I don't think anybody but she's ever done it that way. I mean, you do Caladoin, that old noble troll, but he's got all sorts on his. I think actually he's got those dudes. That guy right there, and he points to Valerius. Yeah, I met her mom, his mom.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, there are 15 of us working together, and we have a freehold, so we'll have a spot in Parliament.
Well, cool. I was kind of the opinion that Parliament doesn't do anything, though.
Yes and no. But to have a seat on Parliament is saying something, isn't it?
I guess you're right, but like if there's a dispute over at the lodge, we fight it out and it's settled that day. Or we have one of the other lodges decide it.
If only it were that simple.
Nah. A lot of people say that. I don't know. I think trolls are. I think we're pretty complex, but everybody else thinks we're pretty black and white.
That's the problem with ignorance. I mean, look at the Sluit table over there. And look at the table that the nobles are eating from.
I don't know. There's a lot of Slua here, though. Like, I didn't even know that there's that many of you guys in New York City.
Oh, there's more.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, actually, I guess we got a lot of trolls. I just never really thought about it before. I don't really see many Slua. I'm sorry.
We're still there, even if you don't see us.
Fair enough. Hey, can I get your information?
Sure. Tormenton hands him a phone number to a burner phone, not his personal cell phone. He doesn't know this guy.
Of course. Yeah, sure. And he doesn't give him a business card or anything like that. He just writes it down.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, just writes
Okay.
it down.
Okay, and this guy is David Hofstein. And he gives you the information too. And says, hey man, good luck.
Thank you. I have a feeling I'm going to need it.
Okay, you get the strong impression that the troll is really amused by you. Not quite sure why you go to the effort, but it's curious.
I can work with that.
Okay. All right, Sir Sam.
Sam is actually going to come in from the other room, and where he was kind of semi-loose but professional, the looseness is gone, and his spine has become very rigid and very, very military.
Oh.
David, it's good to see you. He says, still looking kind of stern, but is genuinely happy to see his adopted brother or cousin out of character.
Well, it's quite loose, your association with the Hofstein, so I wouldn't worry about that.
They've been treating me like family, so I may as well keep going with the theme, so meh. Okay, well anyway, David, it's good to see you. Sorry, everyone.
We're missing a Sarah.
So, Sam will kind of be...
Sorry, baby stuff. Okay, and then he goes, hey, no, happy to see you again. Congratulations. I guess you're taking care of her? And he points to Phaleth, who is off dancing with some cute knight.
I have the honor of taken care of Her Majesty as well as all of the other honored guests at this party. He says, offering his friend a smile, including him, of course.
I heard a rumor about you, actually. That this is the first step. After this, you're going to join the Gwydians?
I have heard that friends of mine are pushing for this. I cannot say specifically. No one has formally offered me such yet, but if it does come, I would be very honored. Naturally.
Fuck that, no. My family spent a decade trying to show that we can make it. We don't have to be a noble lodge.
David, what's the matter?
Well, it's one thing to be Knight of the Realm. And I guess it's pretty cool to be, you know, guards to royalty, but even that, I don't know. I've been talking to Agnes a lot, and especially what she said about you after you left. And
Agnes.
It seems like you're going to be scooped up by the she.
Sam is still observing the room because it's his job, of course. My understanding, my dear friend, is that my being offered a position in a house would not prevent me from being given the honor of joining your family. If you swear into some Gwydian family, then no, okay, you can have some ties with some noble lodges and stuff, but my family has worked too hard and too long. I don't know what grandfather says, but I gotta side with Agnes. That's a little bit of a spit in the face. I don't know how I feel about this. You know what? I'm gonna leave before I say something that I shouldn't. David,
What?
I look to you as a fellow member of my kith, whom I hold in great regard. But you do understand that I have not been sained yet, and that no formal discussion of being adopted by your family has taken place. And as per my understanding,
We don't push the oath of adoption on people. We tell them it exists, but we're not going to.
Who said anything of pushing? I didn't say pushing. All I'm saying is that my understanding, as I was informed, states that I may be made a member of a family, and that it would not prevent me from joining one of the houses. Please know that I hold you and your family in the highest esteem, and that whichever way my fortunes shift, that will not change, nor will the fact that we share kith. We are both trolls, and as a fellow troll, I politely ask you to remember this. Good night.
Oh, you politely asked me, huh? You politely? Recite to me the Code of Dagda.
And he will, actually.
Okay, the second line.
Just a moment. Out of character.
Okay, well, essentially it's going to be about standing up for your beliefs.
Sam recites in a clear, strong voice how the code of Dogna represents, and he quotes standing up for one's beliefs and principles. Verbatim.
There we have it. If you believe you should be some wannabe she, oathing your fealty to them, then I don't know what grandfather's thinking. I'm going to have a talk with him if he actually thinks that you can also be adopted into our house, but I know Agnes and the others wouldn't go for it.
Tormented
don't
walks
know.
up at this point.
The love I bear for your family will not change. I say unto you in the presence of these witnesses and honored guests that while your opinion sends me, I will defend it to the last.
Gentlemen, people are staring. You may want to take this to a more private location.
Unfortunately, I cannot. I have duties to perform and oaths to abide by.
Don't
Good day,
just.
sir.
And David stares at him and storms off, ducking and certainly very mindful of his chimerical mane at that point. All I can do to not punch a wall, and I'm sure Sir Sam is feeling very similar right now.
Well, actually, out of character, especially with the events that have happened in the other room, all that this translates to, because of the merit that I have, is Sam will actually stand formally at attention and be surveying the room. He literally does not say a thing.
Yeah, at this point, Astrea heard the whole thing, so she's just going to walk up to Sam.
Just after they're done talking and David storms off, Tibetan just pats Sam on the back and looks it over at David and says, good luck with that. And he walks away.
Yeah, she'll just walk up to him. And she's very composed. She remembers that he is on duty. And she is still a noble, so that she's keeping that in mind. And she's just going to say, everyone is part of two families. I don't see why you only have to be in one.
Sam will give the politest of nods, but his mouth is in a very firm line. And if you guys want to roll a perception empathy, in fact, anyone else in the room can roll a perception empathy as well.
Astrea's got one.
Sam is, and Sarah, I don't know if anyone else in the room wants to as well, but they can. Sam is holding back tears that are just welling up in his eyes.
Yeah, okay, Astrea's just going to say, I know we can't do anything here. We can't really talk openly. When your post ends, we can talk later, okay?
Sam is actually unable to give you an answer because he's literally trying to hold his composure and his professionalism. But he'll look at you to at the very least acknowledge what you said. And you can hear his gauntleted hands sort of grinding as he clasps them firmly behind his back.
She'll just nod at that, and then she'll take a couple of steps back, backwards, and then kind of turn to maybe mingle with some other people in the party.
Acknowledging your rank as you step back, Sam will offer a very polite bow.
No need for perception empathy from Sam. She knows him well. He knows her well enough. She's not all that comfortable with people bowing to her still, so she's just kind of like, right. And then she'll just go ahead and go. And then she'll just say goodnight to you.
If people don't mind, I'd like to bring in my PC for just a little bit.
Do it! Do it!
Hey!
Masters, bro!
Cool! Okay, so, Nosehorned is here. Most people, I think, because she's in that area, would assume that she's some sort of puka right now. Nothing too odd has happened yet. She's just a little bit awkward, and she's definitely refraining from dancing because she doesn't know anything about that.
Okay, she ain't gonna be that awkward right now because Astra is rolling up to her.
Okay. She'll just be kind of nursing a cup. And...
Hey.
Hello. Austria. Yes?
Yeah, Nosehorn, right?
Yes, yes.
Well,
I haven't talked to anybody.
Okay. Well, you have someone to talk to now.
Well, what happened with the Marshall thing?
Our marshal said something. All right. He put on a pretty good speech.
And what does the Marshal do?
The marshal is like from what I understand, he's like a lawkeeper. Like if you're asking what a function of a marshal is.
Oh, okay. Like a second in command or something.
Almost.
Or a vice president.
Like a police chief.
Oh,
or the
yes,
director
I
of the
know.
FBI.
Yes, I've recently been learning that police chiefs matter a lot.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, actually, I've had some success with my campaign.
Oh, really? That's wonderful.
I've met some people, and it seems like I might be able to spread my message to Manhattan, where so many of our people already live.
Oh, well, all right. If you ever need help with, random things, and she'll gesture out to the party or social things like this, go ahead and hit me up.
Well, maybe not dancing. That looks a little bit too, I don't know what that looks like, actually. Looks ridiculous.
I'm awful at dancing. I should never dance.
Yes. But, why the moldy food there?
We have a certain guest called Sluan here, and they tend to enjoy a different set of food. Although, they did put in quite a bit of effort into it. And she's looking at it.
They have to eat moldy food.
From what I understand, yes.
Oh. No, that actually makes a lot of sense to me. How odd. I'm sorry, which are the people that eat the moldy food?
Oh, which of them? Astra will just kind of look and she'll just she'll point out a couple of the Sluaw that are eating food and she'll be like, those are some Sluaw right there. Yeah.
And you are a she, and which house are you from again?
She'll just kind of purse her lips a little bit at that. I Lunid?
Yes, okay, I do remember. And you see that her eyes go funny for a little bit, but she gives you a smile nonetheless.
Oh, is it a fake smile?
I'm sorry, what?
Is it a fake smile?
It was a fake smile, yes.
She'll just look down, and she's going to say, okay, I have no right to really ask anything of you, but if it was okay with you, I would like to talk to you more, maybe get to know you a little better, and yeah.
Alright then. If you let me mark you, I could take you out to a hunt.
I wouldn't mind that sometime. Just please keep my affiliation on the down low.
With the mark, it wouldn't matter so much anyways, and they don't really understand houses, Slua.
If it... This isn't the proper time to do it, but again, I'd like to meet up with you sometime for things other than merely friend things. She's losing her words right now because she's kind of flustered.
We could have coffee.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Because I was...
This body doesn't like alcohol. So it's against their beliefs. So I don't drink.
That's fine. I'm not too much of a drinker myself.
Okay, in that case, we'll meet up for coffee at what is the word? Someplace other than Starbucks.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, and I don't want to monopolize this, everybody. While they're talking and stuff, you guys can, talk and meet and that kind of thing.
We were doing that in the text chat for now.
Hilarious is having a very animate discussion because it seems my father's done a thing. Quite hilarious.
Yeah, it seems his father has spiked the drinks with LSD, and Valerius is trying to get Trebenton to, help him kill erections, essentially.
Sam will just, without breaking professionalism.
Wait a minute, hold on. Could one of you just give a message back to Charles that Duchess Megan is going to start giving Duke Caledon an earful?
I would also like to point out, for the benefit of the aftermath, Sam is making a formal report as he was involved, and the order needs to know. So I mean, Sam will be letting people know of events and how he tried
Absolutely. No, makes a lot of sense. You could construe it as a threat to Phaela's safety. Absolutely makes sense.
Well, I didn't know what it was at the time. It was just okay, no, and there's guests here and stuff. So Sam just ordered for the punch to be replaced, and then there was a verbal altercation, and Sam went to a higher up member to take his place, so that's why he's in here. Is because he wanted to leave the situation.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
So Valerius is basically trying to get Treventon to do something to help basically stop the effects of LSD. or something just to make people not walk around with erections. Treventon gives him like a look like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
It's scary, bitch, and Valerius like shrugs, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro.
I'm sure he says this very quietly and whispers it into Valerius' ear. I'm sure I can make something, but I don't have the time to whip something up, nor do I have anything with me that would work for that. I suggest you liquor them up, as liquor is the ultimate erection killer.
I am not being anywhere near that. I was.
Of course, we're gonna get all these people crossfaded, and that's the best idea.
Barring that, then I suggest you stay away from the erections.
Yeah, no, now she's like, there are just random erections walking around. She's just like,
Valerius is going to make his way to Nosfer.
Okay, she's completely oblivious to the entire thing. And would be having some fruit punch because she really shouldn't be having alcohol with Austria.
Okay. Did you have any luck?
Luck with what?
The person that was trying to do the thing to you?
It's
Astra
very
spends a
confusing.
PowerPoint.
I understand that the person is a monster, but I don't understand how to proceed.
Okay.
What?
I was just wondering, would you mind? I have some information that may be able to help if you would come down to my barony. I have someone there that will be able to give you more solid information. I give you I helped, but I think what you need is a little bit more specific.
Okay.
I'm being vague because I don't want anyone else to overhear the conversation.
Krechny, right?
Krechny.
We have a camp very close to Krechny.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I could take some fluoths with me as well.
You could take some what?
Some adhene. People like me?
Sure.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Not from you, you understand, but from your people that might not be too happy to see us.
Then how about this? I have someone that will be able to greet you since I have to be at a lot of places at once. He and Valerius will basically describe Kagoma and talk to that person. He'll be able to help you.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yes, thank you. I am still trying to go through this, and I have to say it's extremely challenging, though.
What is?
This race for becoming mayor.
Right.
And I have to say I am incredibly banal. Due to it. By the way, Nosehorn isn't somebody that strikes you as banal ever.
I know, she's the opposite of banal.
Are we talking like banality? Are we talking like banality too? Like.
Anyways, yeah, she'll thank you. And
do you need anything for your campaign? Perhaps I can help.
Well, actually, I have some mortal support in Manhattan, but I don't have a lot of changeling support. And if you were to say that you supported me to all the other changelings, that would definitely help.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Great, thank you. Here's a gift, actually. Do you have a piece of paper?
Sure. Answer a piece of paper.
Okay. And she writes down there a little glyph.
Mhm.
And she said, now please don't go showing this everywhere, but if things are really bad, if you've really angered my people and you're in a lot of trouble,
Mhm.
you could show this to them and you might be able to buy yourself some time.
Yeah, thank you.
It will certainly confuse things for them and buy you time that way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just a momentary out of character. Sam is privately wishing that he could meet Nosehorn, as he's actually wanted to meet her for a while, but seeing as how he's on duty and he's dealing with some stuff, he's very stoic looking at the moment. I just wanted to add that, but in his head he's like, oh damn it, I'm on duty. Oh damn it, you know.
Does mean he technically broke a promise to Timmy.
By the way, what is how's Nosehorn dressed right now?
Let's see. As a human, she would be dressed in a black dress. She would have learned that by now. But as her changeling self, she's got these robes that are made out of spider silk. But that's the weird thing about them. They're cut wrong. The material is right. It's definitely spider silk. And
Oh,
You
did
froze.
we lose her? We may have lost her.
One moment, we've presently
Oh.
lost. Oh,
No, there you
So-
go. You're back.
oh, I'm sorry. What?
We couldn't
Uh,
hear you.
yeah, you froze.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, if you spent a lot of time to study the clothes and that kind of thing, you could tell that the material is right, but perhaps this wasn't sewn by a changeling. And she's got tons of jewelry that you saw her wearing as an Heen before, but she's the most covered in Heen that you've ever seen.
Okay, thank you. But okay, does the style does it match a certain kind of region or anything like that?
If the Tudors and 1001 Nights had a very confused baby.
Okay.
So it's Tudor era Crusader.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Oh God, if she looks like a crusader, that does resonate with Astrea very oddly. She's just like, okay.
Well, no, she's not ready to play Assassin's Creed, but
I know, but if the influence is there, she's just like, crusaders, nice.
okay, cool. With that though, she'll start swaying a little bit and she'll look down. Oh, I thought this was fruit punch.
Oh
no.
Sam's actually gonna catch her.
Yeah, no, I think both Astrea and Sam are just gonna do a thing, but I think Sam's gonna get to her first, just because.
Yeah, seeing this, Dizzy's gonna run over, kind of. She's still near Sam, so she's gonna run over. And
Please.
Oh, okay, when feeling confused and disoriented and then seeing a troll, another very ancient enemy to her people, catch her. Okay, yes, I did take the diplomatic aria as the primary, but that's actually just too much. So let me.
Snake Woman's coming out.
I'm just.
Let me see.
I'm just being very, very knightly. That's all.
I know.
Don't matter.
Ah. Okay.
Snake Woman.
Yes, Yes, actually, you will, You will see her, shift from just looking like kind of a snakish puka to, definitely everything from the waist down is one single snake-like tail. Her eyes get huge and slit-like, and a gigantic tongue comes out, and her hair sort of turns into this hood momentarily as it flares out, and she jerks back from Sir Sam.
Without batting an eyelash, Sam's just going to say very calmly and very gently, "Please excuse me, my lady. I would like to have a space for you to rest in. I'm just
Charles?
trying to see after your safety." And he's
Okay, so she's tripping balls right now, I suppose. The very thing that Megan
So Sam
is
is supposed to cling on to her.
Yeah, I think Astrid is just gonna be like, "Alright, Noah's warned. Let's just try to relax, okay? I think something's in that punch. I'm not entirely sure what's in the punch."
She's faintly beginning to attack air. And Charles, could you narrate how big a fuck up this is for me, please?
Actually, it's an even worse
The
fuck
punch is
up for
this current principal, because Sam kept taking the virus spike punch. They're gonna spike the third principal with LSD.
Hey, I think
Okay, but how much trouble is she in? Somebody turning into like an adhene at a party.
They're probably there's gonna be a crowd of people. Some of the guards on the job are trying to see what's going on. One of the guards is like, calm down. Trying to be diplomatic.
Okay, if they're not gonna haul her ass off, then I'll say she's able to kind of save herself.
I can actually state that Sam would actually be strongly encouraging them to be diplomatic about this, and he's going to clearly notice that there was something about him, so he's going to ask another knight to see to getting her some place to rest.
Well, I think
and he's very tempted to make a recommendation in his report for a warrant for the Duke, as this person is an ambassador, I believe, or she's a very important figure. So something.
Well, Astrid, I think, unless anyone is actively stopping her, like Valerius or Dizzy or something, she's probably as close to Nosehorn as she could possibly be without getting attacked at the moment, and she's just calmly trying to soothe her. She's just like, it's all good.
Dizzy's just watching.
Valerius is going to take Alexander, like, by the shoulder, and he's going to escort him out, because this is a fuck-up that I don't want to be associated with. So...
It's massive. Yeah, it's not great.
And Tribenton is watching everything.
Yeah, no.
Nick's is going to come out of the room, take one look, and go back into the other room.
Wow, the confirmed Illuminate is the only one helping the Adhene right now. If irony was a palpable thing.
Actually, it's not. It's probably you and some of the other Red Branch Knights.
This is true.
You know what? My character before this had possessed a crack fiend before, so she might be able to figure out that this is some sort of drug, or she's in Bedlam. But she wouldn't understand that concept anyways, because they're always in Bedlam. So, anyways, well, they are. They start off as like, never mind. Anyway, she
situation is hilarious. I'm sorry.
God, she crashes into Australia.
Okay.
Okay, and falls asleep.
So she just falls asleep on top of Astrid at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
And when she falls asleep, though, she goes back into snake woman territory. It's no, sorry, she goes back into woman-ish territory. No big snake tail now.
Alright, you're alright.
Sam's probably gonna offer to carry her up to a guest room.
There's no guest room.
We're in a castle, aren't we?
No, we're in the Grey World.
Yeah, I think we're in some like art gallery.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
Dude, that's a dentist's office, actually. Like, we're in the dentist's office right now.
Now you see why Duke Isaiah spiked the punch. It's a boring class.
So Astria's like strength 3. She's not too like anything like that. She's just gonna pick up Nosehorn and she's gonna be. Is Nosehorn like clean out, like just?
Oh yeah, she's out.
Okay, and she's just gonna be like, I think I got her from here. My good sir. Where should I take her? I don't know where she lives.
Sam is actually going to ask one of the other knights if this guest came with a retinue or someone that would know where her home is, so that we can get her safely either home or to someplace safe.
Worst case scenario, one of the knights can maybe, I don't know, take her to a hotel or something.
Did Nosehorn come with a date?
Guys, the Knights of the Red Branch are there to protect Fairlith.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's what they do.
So I think this is Astrea and Dizzy's fault.
Yeah, I've got a guest room at my place. I can give her.
All right. I guess we should go ahead and take her. My car's outside. Did you drive here, or do you need a ride back?
I took my truck.
All right.
Sam is going to look very sadly at Dizzy and just say, actually he's going to mouth, I'm sorry.
Dizzy's going to shrug and make it absolutely clear that there's nothing Sam could do.
Yeah, no, Astra's just like, shit happens. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah, Dizzy just shows up and is immediately hauling an Adheen off to her home. Hooray!
Yeah, no.
This is all going in the report, and Sam goes back to his position.
So yeah,
unless otherwise ordered.
Astrea, well, as you know, she's carrying a snake woman in her arms, so she can't really do all the crazy shit that nobles have to do when they say goodbye. But she probably kind of makes the rounds to whoever was interested in her or talking to her. She'll just say goodnight to them or something. I assume everyone's around her, so she'll just say, "Good night, everyone. I must take my leave."
Okay. Okay.
This is definitely going on the gossip boards.
Yeah, it is. It is. We'll have fun with this.
Oh, there's a lot more stuff going up on the gossip board.
Yeah.
Guys, would you be okay with me winding up the scene here?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask to add one thing, because Sam needs to vent something.
Okay.
And I'd just like to have it vented here so that I don't have to carry it over. After the Red Branch Knights do their last check of everything to make sure that the principal and everything else is taken care of, Sam just lets out with this roar of just indignant and just pain and just roar.
Well, he does at the party?
No, it's just when it's him and the other knights, he just goes off to a spot and just, he's been holding this in all night by now.
Okay.
So he just,
Okay, you are subdued by the two knights. one of them, an old grump man, you can see the silver in this the she's hair.
He's
The other one is a troll,
Hurting
a
anyone.
little bit younger, and the two of them though slam you to the wall and say no, we don't do that. Red Branch does not do this. You have your temper tantrums off duty. Do you understand?
Get off of me.
You will behave yourself, or you will be exiled from this position.
Sir.
My fellow knight. Come. Valeth needs us.
Out of character, you did hear me say after the principal was safe and everything was finished? You did hear that, correct?
Yes, but he was still on duty.
Fair enough. Sam's actually going to add his own outburst to his own report because, uber honest.
Okay.
So it's all going in, and he's even going to ask that something be done with the Duke in question, because he can't do it, but I mean, he's leaving nothing out. He's not using any guile. He's not changing anything. But Sam is really pissed.
Understood, and I don't think you're the only person that feels like that at that party, so, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine there's probably a room full of very awkward Gwydians that are probably...
So, just to let you know that Sam is actually going to go off into the forest after he's dismissed, and he's doing an entire night of vigil as a form of self-penance, and that's also going to be put in the report.
Okay.
So yeah.
Does anybody else want to give their final thoughts or anything else before we wrap up the scene tonight?
Motherfuckers just had to spike the punch. That's all I have to say.
To make things clear, the first batch was Viagra, the second batch was more Viagra, they got took away, the third batch was LSD.
Motherfuckers spiked the punch 3 times, you sons of bitches. That's all I have to say on that.
Okay. Anybody else?
As Tribenton and his slew of friends leave the party, he just kind of looks to the rest of them and says, "Wow. Just wow."
Yeah. Yeah, it's mutual. God. Okay.
They call us uncivilized.
Oh. Oh no, they should never call the Sloa uncivilized. Common, perhaps, but never lacking in etiquette.
I think there is some gossip to be spread about this evening.
Indeed, they agree. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. This has been another Changeling party. Good night.